Oh, hey, I'm Nicole Foote. You're watching Soundly Awake. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here, thanks for coming back. So today I wanted to kind of reflect on the past year since last year at this time. In fact, just, like almost exactly at this time because it's the beginning of the year. I posted a video where I talked about my plans and goals for 2021. And now that it's 2022, I feel like we got to go back in time and see how we did. So I have my video from last year. We're going to watch it together. I'm going to react to it. I'm going to tell you guys how I've been doing on every single thing that I mention in this video. And then the next video is going to be my goals and plans for 2022. So strap in, get a snack, and we're going to jump into it. Let's go. Seeing as language learning has been a stronger theme here than in recent years, I figured I would start with my language goals first. Also, this is probably going to be the longest section of the video because I have a lot of feelings. A bunch of you guys know that I've been studying Spanish since late August, and I made a ton of progress, but recently I feel kind of stuck or maybe frustrated. My speaking level would kind of catch up to my reading level, and so, okay, a year later, and I'm still not able to speak fluidly. Obviously, I know what I have to do now because upon reflection and reassessment, I realized that I really have not been practicing speaking. And so I do feel like I know more than last year, than when I made this video, but it's still taking longer than I would have hoped. Maybe it closed the gap a little bit, but here I am, still.
Me desperté muy tarde hoy.
¿Por qué?
Porque me dorme.
¿Me dormí?
Me dormí a las 4.
No es ideal. Currently, I just started. Okay, maybe I have improved since then. Listening to that kind of just threw me for a loop because I was like, wow, that really is worse than how I can speak now. Wow. Interesting. Muy interesante porque cuando estoy hablando ahora es mucho más fluido, con más fluidez, pero en mi mente todavía creo que no puedo hablar. Still in the moment, if someone is speaking Spanish to me, I can't, the words don't come to me at the moment. And also sometimes I still can't understand what they're saying because it's too fast. So unless someone is speaking to me like this, and then I have a minute to respond, I'm still just not where I want to be, which is good because that means, I have work to do, which means I have plans to plan. A month-long, unlimited course program, thanks to my wonderful boyfriend. And it's been pretty great so far. I feel like the urgency,
I love that challenge.
To book as many classes as I possibly can to get the value out of the course. Because I did one in January and then I did another one in June, I think. Oh my gosh, I guess it's time to do another one. At some point in 2021, I would love to be able to have a 30-minute conversation with someone in Spanish and not have to stop every half second to search for a word in my brain. I kind of did that. I did kind of do that. During I think it was in June when I realized when I was taking Spanish classes almost every day that month, I kind of, I realized that I was having 30-minute to an hour and 30-minute conversations with people completely in Spanish. And yes, I did have to pause a lot to search for words in my brain. And no, I didn't understand everything. And sometimes I needed to ask for clarification. But I would say that goal was achieved. I also want to be able to read with less thinking and less reading sentences over until I get the gist, which I still... Oh my gosh, this makes me feel so good about myself because I can read so much easier now. Holy guacamole. I can read like a full story. Let me show you. So Ken got me this book and a bunch of others for Christmas. And I already read, I started yesterday. So really, did I mean to start the day after Christmas to read this? Yes, I did. Did I only start a day ago? Correct. But anyway, I read the first chapter and it is like easy or Spanish, but I understood every single word. I understood the plot. There's questions at the end of the chapter that I knew all the answers to. Like, I don't know. I'm very pleased with myself that I reached this goal as well. I also want to make things harder for myself in 2021 with
Always.
a potential greater reward by also studying Mandarin. I've said it out loud. I'm bound to my word. Whew, my goal for Mandarin. I may have watched a total of 10 Chinese videos in 2021. I may have picked up my Chinese book 0 times the entire year. I have 2 books in Chinese. Have I felt the urge to go and open either of them the entire year of 2021? No. This is a big hard X, okay? I don't know what was going on. I think what I was thinking about at the time was I already have like a little baby minuscule piece of base knowledge in Chinese because I studied it in college. And so I was like, okay, I should go with the languages that I already know pieces of, like Spanish, Italian, and Mandarin. I feel like in order to learn a language, you kind of need to want to do it. I guess there are exceptions if like you have to learn it for a job or something like that. And then there's the pressure of needing to do it. And so that helps you succeed. But if it's just for, any old day, any old language, and you're not really feeling it at that time, I've found that it tends not to happen. It's a little weird because I do want to learn Chinese. But then whenever Duolingo, for example, I did study a little Chinese in Duolingo this year, every now and then. And it's too difficult in the beginning. And it just made me want to give up. Like, I wasn't making progress quick enough to feel that motivation of the progress itself in the same way that I've felt in Spanish, in Italian, and even now in Japanese, which we'll get to a little later. And that's not all. Unfortunately, I have more language goals. I blame the language community on YouTube because honestly, if it were not for the Least Speak language girl, that interview that I did with Steve Kaufman a couple months ago, no creo que tendría. Oh, and so many more at this point. So many more. Like literally, I'm watching LanguageTube all day, every day. Los cojones para tratar de aprender más que un idioma a la vez. Es muy gracioso porque I still sound like I'm speaking slow there. And then I thought I said that so fast. Wow, I just switched to English. That's not what I wanted to do. Anyway. Scrolling, like that's a possibility. So, with Spanish and Mandarin being my 2 mains this year, here's a list in tentative order of all the language I would like to dip my dedos de los pies in. 1. Spanish. In the words of Kate McKinnon, we know this. 2. Mandarin. We know this now too. 3. Yeah, 3. Italian. I wish my family taught me this one, but I've been exposed to it all my life, and I took 2 semesters of it in college. Plus, by studying Spanish, I'm sort of collecting a bunch of Italian vocabulary in the process. So this one just seems like the next logical choice. Yeah, Italian has absolutely been a thing. We're checking that off as achieved. So I want to learn Ilongo, right? Because it's my boyfriend's native language. But Tagalog is so much more easily accessible on the internet in terms of resources.
Let's see what I say about Tagalog
if I get
here.
a good base in Tagalog, it probably will make learning Ilongo a little bit easier. See, Tagalog is another one. I definitely studied more Tagalog this year. Hello? Than Mandarin. However, I still like, I just took baby steps. And I really wanted to know more Tagalog at this point, and I just don't. And that reason is also because it got hard in the beginning. I hate that I do this to myself, but you know, I've mentioned this before. If I want to start something and I'm like super motivated to do it because I really want to, and then I dive in and then I realize I'm bad at it, I just want to give up entirely and start something else new that I could magically be good at the very beginning, which not great. I have learned a little bit, but still not where I wanted to be. I'm not gonna count that as a success. Portuguese. I know, third romance language on this list, but listen. At this point, it's probably going to be this. I really do love Portuguese. Okay. I also studied a little Portuguese on Duolingo this year. Watched a handful of Portuguese videos, but nowhere in the realm of it justifying being included in this video. You know what I mean? Like, this is a no, for sure. This one might be, ambitious, but Ken, my boyfriend, is currently learning Japanese, so I would have a study buddy. I really don't imagine getting too far in this language this year. I'm definitely going to count this as a win because I've been learning really just like the writing system. So I've been learning hiragana and katakana on Duolingo, which actually is super helpful. And I can read way more Japanese now than I thought I would be able to when I made this video. When I was saying Japanese in this video, I was like, it's a pipe dream. You know, it's not going to happen. I'm going to be fluent in Portuguese. You know what I mean? In 2021. What am I thinking? But it's wild because, and I also meant to make a video about this in December, and November and December I wasn't feeling my oats. You know what I mean? I wasn't really, I didn't have the creative juices. I was dry, in other words. But it was a video I intended to make, and I think I'll probably make it eventually, if not this month, then next month, about learning Japanese specifically. But yeah, we're counting that as a win, folks. French, Korean, Arabic, Russian, they're all on my list too. But what am I thinking? Wow. All right, let's take these one by one. German, I did. I forgot what app I used. I think it was Memrise. I think I studied German for one day. French, I actually, because I did that challenge last year, learning the language that I hate the most for 30 days or whatever it was called, which was French, I did learn some French. Have I kept up with it? No, because it's the same thing. I just don't have really the desire to do it right now. Korean absolutely has not happened at all. Arabic, Russian, absolutely not at all. Hindi, I did start learning a little bit. I learned some of the writing system, you know, some of the sounds. If I went back in Duolingo right now, would I remember them? It's been probably, I'm going to say like 3 or so months since I studied Hindi lightly. But yeah, I didn't expect to actually get there either. I'm not going to give I'll give myself a point, like in culmination of, I guess, French and Hindi, because I did touch upon them. But yeah, these other ones, I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe at some point this year, I'll just sit down and try to learn Hangul, or I'll try to learn the Cyrillic alphabet, or I might randomly want to start studying German, and it'll take the place of one of the other languages on my list. And I am more than prepared for any humbling reality check at any point. And it'll be fun at the end of the year to look back and see what actually happened. I'm so sorry, I'm going to have to skip an ad on myself. Sorry, me. Financial goals. I have no idea what I said here, so let's see. My financial goals for 2021 include surviving. That's it. Oh, but okay, good. I really want to educate myself on best practices. Why do you guys put up with me? I'm going to super briefly go through some of the apps that I've been using. And if you're interested, I'll put the links in the description box. Not sponsored, but they are affiliate links. So you get, I still use all of them. Money or free stocks. They're literally just a part of my thing now. You know what I mean? When I first got the app, I had it on conservative and an auto deposit of $10 every week. And now I have it on aggressive with an auto deposit of $25 every week. It also has an option to round up all of the purchases. And that hasn't changed at all. Same exact settings. And I saved more money than I thought I would, because that's $25 a week is a lot more than $10 a week, turns out. Another app that I use for short-term financial goals like saving for trips or taxes is Capital. This one is really just a tool to help you save. There's no like investment part of it. And I actually reached my goal in 2020 in saving for a trip that clearly never happened. So I used that money for a trip, actually for a couple trips, and I refilled it again. And now I took it out again, but I do like that I'm in the habit of paying myself back. So we'll count that as a win as well. Save enough money to cover taxes this year, because that I did not accomplish in 2020. So on Capital, my settings are... I forgot I did that. Wow. I love myself. The last one is Webull, which is strictly a stock trading app. There was a point last year where I was learning a ton from YouTubers like Our Rich Journey and Minority Mindset, whomst I love. But I kind of fell off the wagon a little bit, and this app in particular got neglected. Still true. I haven't really bought any more stocks recently. Actually, wait, in the whole year? No, I have bought stocks. Really, I haven't opened Webull in a while. If you would like to, I'll put the links in the description box again if you want a couple free stocks. Also, I'll put my link to Robinhood, which I also use, which you will also get free stocks. 1 free stock, 2 free stocks, who knows? Free stocks. I haven't sold any stocks, so I kind of have just bought things, especially like ETFs, and just kind of leave them in there and check on them every once in a while and see that hopefully they're making money and not losing money. In 2021, I don't have any numerical goals for my YouTube channel. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have any YouTube goals this year. I feel like it stresses me out, and I feel like it's beyond my control. And so I'm not going to worry about it, but I'm going to see what I had to say. If I reach 400,000 subscribers, that would be wonderful, but I am not convinced that it is necessarily a helpful goal to have. So what I would really like to do is just make more stuff. I feel like I've been in a haze for a super long time on what I said now. I wanted to do. And recently it feels All right. I will have YouTube goals in my next video, and it's going to be the same thing. I forgot what I said here, but okay, let's see if I did it. I really love everything I've been making, the focus on language and learning, and I feel really good about where it's going. So my plan for 2021 is to make, still do, 50 videos. Actually 100 videos. 50 videos on my soundlyawake channel and 50 vlogs on my Still Soundlyawake channel. And that kind of seems like a lot, considering in 2020, I uploaded 13 Soundlyawake videos, 10 vlogs, and 11 WTSF episode, which is only 34 videos. 100 is 3 times that amount. But I know I can do it because there was a time where I made many videos. Whoa, I forgot how little I uploaded in 2020. Holy crap. So I hit one of those goals, and it was my weekly vlog goal on my Still Soundlyawake channel. I uploaded 51, so we missed 1 out of the 52 weeks in the year, and in essence, 1 more than my 50 goal. So I'm super excited that I was able to do that. As for the Soundlyawake channel, let me see. We'll count them together right now. Shall we? Siri, I didn't talk to you. Okay. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 34. 34? Yeah, this was my first video of the year, I think. So 34. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I mean, not 50. So somewhere in the mix, I missed 16 weeks. I'm going to guess that a big chunk of those missing videos were from October, November, and December. But like I said in the beginning of the year, I know I'm not the only one, but I feel super energized again. And it's so arbitrary and it's so funny because when you think about it logically, you're like, well, it's just, Friday turned into Saturday. It just happened to be a a different year. But I do like the freshness feeling, and it does motivate me to, kind of change it up and keep it going at the same time. So, all right, personal goals. Let's see. What do you have for me? Where did we go? 2021 the pep wasn't exactly in our step, if you know what I mean. So my goal for 2021 is to be more active. This is a check. Be more active. 100% a check. Let me see what else I say here for a second before I get into it. I had more than enough injuries last year due to my own inactivity. And I would really like that not to happen anymore. At the beginning of 2020, I started going to the gym, and I miss how I felt afterward. Gym endorphins are real, I guess. Who knew? But when the gyms all closed, I didn't really have the motivation to do home workouts. And so I kind of just gave up. Ken does work out at home though. So my goal is to steal his notebook and his routine for myself. Just kidding, I don't want to die. But I do want to find a cute workout on YouTube to try out. I also want to increase my flexibility. When I tell you, I am the least flexible person I have ever met.
No, that's literally how far I go.
All right. I don't think I'm any more flexible. Let's see. Where can you see me? Can you see me here? Flexibility is not my strong suit.
Like, I could barely even do this.
This actually has been a goal of mine my entire life, but I am so inflexible. I have made an enemy in the challenge of literally just stretching. Ideally, I would love to join a yoga class, but until that's possible again, I just want to find some cute little yoga sessions to try at home. On a similar note, I love long walks. Before we get into the walking, I have been stretching every morning, and so that's a thing. However, I do think I need to find someone to show me what to do in person, because I have such poor mobility, in my ankles, my knees, my hamstrings, my hips, literally my back, my body. I guess I could have just said that I would benefit from someone telling and showing me specific things catered to me so I could improve that. And then walking, let's see what I have to say about this. I literally love long walks. Me and usually Susie or Tima would just walk for
to Texas.
10 miles. And we would just talk and laugh and eventually stop and eat. And I really miss doing that. Last year it only happened a handful of times. And so in 2021, I would like more of that, please. As for
I'm going to say
health,
I probably went on at least one long walk a week. I'm going to say 75% of those were with Susie. Before Tima moved to Texas, a good handful of them were with her. Also, just on a daily basis, I get more steps in because I walk more places. And so my steps have absolutely increased. And so we're checking this off as a success.
As for mental health, and I know I'm not the only one, 2020 was awful. Depression, helplessness, depersonalization, panic attack after panic attack. The last one I had in August was so bad that I think my brain got scared of itself because I haven't had one since. So in 2021, I really want to practice more mindfulness, finding time to decompress, meditate, and just appreciating all of the good things, as small as they may be. I've just felt really good these past couple months, and I would really like that to continue.
So, in terms of mental health, I have therapists now, and it's great. I just started last month, and it's through an app. So I tried to go through the conventional way of looking for ones near me, and just either they were all booked or... Hello? Did my knuckle just spontaneously crack? Because I guess a lot of people had this idea this year. And so all of the ones I tried to call were all booked up. But I got that to happen. So, we're exploring that. Overall, 2021 had a super great mental health year.
In the entire year, I only had one panic attack, and that was a couple weeks ago. So I'm blaming that on seasonal depression. And so I'm going to count this as well. Oh, I forgot to mention. So I did, in the beginning of last year, maybe a month after I made this video, got a checkup, like went to the doctor, got my first checkup in a decade, probably. Okay. He told me that I was pre-diabetic and that my sugar was too high. So in terms of personal health, I did also cut out sugar from my diet. Would I have done that if I didn't get those results from my blood tests? Maybe not. So like I can't say it was just me, motivated and disciplined in some way. But thinking back on that year where I had different symptoms of pre-diabetes, like having to wake up multiple times in the night to go pee. I didn't know that was a thing. I just thought I became one of those people who peed at night a lot. Apparently, that's a sign your blood sugar is too high. Also, I had random lower back pain when I would wake up in, I guess, the kidney area. Also, that. And both of those things have gone away. And I didn't have to take any medicine for it. I just stopped getting boba every other day. I mean, it wasn't just boba. It was literally like every time I ate a meal, I felt like I needed to eat dessert. And then I would have to top that off with a salty snack. And then that was salty. So then I might have had to have something sweet after it. Anyway, yeah, really, I just got scared into eating healthier. So that's good. Really, though, it is good because whenever I go get my blood tested again, hopefully my blood sugar will be lower. I don't have any of those symptoms that I didn't even know were symptoms anymore. And so I feel pretty good about that. One, I feel hopeful, I feel energized, and I feel ready to go. If you came here looking for inspiration for your own ideas for the new year, I hope you found some. If you already knew what your plans for 2021 would be, please let me know in the comments. I would love to read them. Thanks so much again to all of my Patreons. Link to that in the description box. I will see you very soon with a new video. So I would say I adhered pretty well to my goals for 2021. And now that it is 2022, which is wild to me because really, I feel like we would all agree 2020 was 10 years and 2021 was 1 month and also 10 years. I don't know how it's the same but different. But yeah, thank you for joining me on my 2021 resolutions review. I don't really know what I'm going to call this. Essentially, that's what it is. It's kind of nice. I don't know that I've ever done this before. I think this is the first time I've ever documented my plans for the year and then reviewed on how I did the next year. I think this is the first time. I mean, I've made vision boards and things like that before and then looked at them at the end of the year and be like, oh, this happened. And oh, well, that absolutely did not happen. But yeah, I'm glad I did this. It makes me feel like I can adjust my goals accordingly for this year. And it also reassures me that even when I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything or not improving anything, I actually probably am incrementally, and that's a good thing to know. So, love the perspective this has given me, love the ideas this has given me, and I hope you guys have found it helpful as well. Let me know in the comments, how did you do in your 2021 year in review if you did one of those, or if you feel like just thinking about it right now. Next video, I'm going to share with you my 2022 plans and goals. And of course, thank you especially to everyone on Patreon. Could not do this without your support. Could absolutely not. So I thank you from the very bottom of my heart. And if you're interested in helping support the channel out as well, link is in the description box, or just go to patreon.com/soundlyawake. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching and Happy New Year.